It's the 2022 FCAC Girls Lacrosse Championship on DAF Media, NCTV, and Local Live. And we welcome you to the beautiful Testa Field on the campus of Norwalk High School for this afternoon's matchup between the number 1 seeded Darien Blue Wave and the number 2 seeded New Canaan Rams. A pleasant good evening, everybody. Braden Schenck joined alongside me, Jackson Easley. Jackson, another tradition, Darien, New Canaan in the FCAC Championship. What do you think we're going to see? So we're taking a look at the bracket and the great tournament we have had, and a conclusion tonight at Testa Field. Darien and New Canaan, someone will be taking home an FCAC title. We're going to jump into those semifinals, first starting with the New Canaan Rams and their semifinal where they took down the Wilton Warriors. You see the score on your screen, 15-6 in favor of the Rams. Jackson, what did you see in that semifinal on Tuesday? That's how the Rams got here. Now over to the Darien Blue Wave. They also picked up a win on Tuesday against the Richfield Tigers, 16-8. And Jackson, Darien had the momentum in that game. How do you think they're going to try to ride it against the Rams? We talked about it a little bit, but just the history between these two teams, and it truly doesn't get much better. The program comparison between them and the stats, the national ranking, Darien number 2 in the nation, just behind I think St. Paul from Maryland, and then New Canaan behind them at 5. The FCAC titles, Darien looking for their 9th, New Canaan looking to play spoilers, pick up their 3rd, and they are the defending champions in this tournament, Jackson. So they're looking to grab that, and of course you see the 11th time these teams have met in an FCAC title game, and it should be a good one. We're now going to jump over into some players to watch. First, starting on the New Canaan Rams side of things, and their big goal scorer, Dylan Patton. And Jackson, what do you have on Dylan?
Dylan Patton has been stellar all season long, Braden.
Patton, the senior captain, she'll be off to Cornell in the fall for the Rams. And how about on the flip side, Darien, their big goal scorer, and Chloe Humphrey, the newest addition of the Humphrey sisters, or 2 sisters playing Division I college lacrosse, and Chloe potentially is the best one, Jackson.
Well, Chloe Humphrey is quite a talent, Braden.
Also going to be joining her sister, Nicole Humphrey, for the Tar Heels, so you got to look out for them in the ACC next year as teams are getting their sticks checked. It should be an exciting one, though. Nonetheless, the tournament that started last week and now concluding here at Testa Field after the year absence, last year playing at Dunning Field, and no surprise, it was these teams in the championship, Jackson. The final score was 7-4 in favor of the Rams. They picked up their first FCAC title since 1993. We're now going to take a look at the starting lineups, first with technically the higher seed in this one, the New Canaan Rams, so the visiting team, and their starting lineups, Dylan Patton, Caroline Underwood, Tully, and Lexi Tully on the attack for the Rams, and then moving over to the midfield, and Stella Nolan, Kaylee Harden, Devin Russell. That's a tough midfield to stop, Jackson.
100%.
And now the goalie rounding it out will be Claire Mahoney, the brown-bound senior for the Rams. Those are the starting 12 for head coach Kristen Woods and New Canaan. Now over to the Darien side, their starting attack, Chloe Humphrey, Kelly Holmes, Ryan Hapgood, and Molly McGuckin for dynamic offensive scores. Then on the midfield, we've got Ramsey, Stein, Stafford, and Benoit. And then rounding it out in net will be Shea Dolce and her defense of Massey, Darby, and DeMarc. And Jackson Shea Dolce won the FCAC Championship MVP as a freshman. And now back in this game 3 years later, her senior year, looking to cap it off with an FCAC Championship. Welcome you back to Darien High School. New Canaan taking their final timeout. Both teams now out of timeouts in regulation. After an important goal for the Blue Wave, took some time off the clock, resulted in a tick up on the scoreboard, 13-10, the Blue Wave lead. Will be Humphrey and Tully on the draw.
The draw control here is super important.
And if you're Darien, if you win this draw here, you are looking pretty having the possession. New Canaan, if you have it, you just got to look for a goal. And this one picked up by Russell. Devin Russell passing it over to Harden. Stella Nolan now. 4 minutes left to play. Once again, the DAF Media Network is a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. In this joint broadcast today between DAF and NCTV. Treating with it is Nolan. Pass over to an open Molly Reed. She's going to see the lane and try to go with it, but gets it off to Tully. Harden over to Molly Reed. Canaan going to keep it around the perimeter. Now driving inside, Tully. No shot there, staying with it. Harden. Right back to Molly Reed. Stella Nola now coming up the
Gonna
lane
get
with it.
through.
Shooting off the post and off of Dolce, and she will come away with it. Shea Dolce now being pressured, a swing and a miss from Russell. And Darien now. Pass over shooting Stein. Barron past her stick, and the ground ball picked up by
Kelly
Holmes.
Holmes.
Great job by the Darien sophomore to come away with it. Darien now in business. Stafford. McGuckin. And it's going to send Harden behind Stein. Stein with the quick restart. Pass over to Ramsey. Ramsey shooting and scoring. Maggie Ramsey. And Darien a 4-goal lead.
That was quick thinking by Cece Stein. Just as soon as they got the foul, she took off and it left Maggie open.
Especially she saw Harden was talking with the ref, trying to figure out the call,
Yep.
used it to her advantage, just took off to the races, dumping it off to Ramsey. And great
That great shot.
Great shot by Ramsey, beating the freshman C.C. Patterson. As with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to play, Darien with the 4-goal lead, 14-10.
A lot can happen in 2 minutes, though.
And indeed, it's all about these draws, and New Canaan looking to get off a good start in the final 2 minutes. Draw. Won by Darien. Number 85, Molly McGuckin. Now on the far side.
Now's the time that New Canaan really needs to get the ball. So they should come out hard on Darien.
Peltz playing the tight D, and now it will be the turn of Lexi Tully. It's actually Patterson. Humphrey trying the wraparound, shooting, bouncing it in, and Darien adds another. Chloe Humphrey, her 4th goal of the afternoon, and Darien taking a 5-goal lead. Number 24. Chloe Humphrey once again wearing jersey number 24. And 5 goals, you got to assume Darien is in a good place right now, but 99 seconds left. Canaan, they definitely need to win this draw here.
That was a really nice shot. She came up from behind and she's such a quick turn and ability to shoot quickly. It's great.
Stein. It's not Stein. Actually, it is.
Yeah, no,
it
it's
is
Stein on the draw.
Thought I saw the glimpse of the 9. And the whistle staying with New Canaan. Tully. Over to Reed. Wide open pass there. And intercepted by C.C. Stein. Stein pass intercepted off the stick of Patterson. And that one
Too bad for CC.
going to New Canaan, under a minute left. Rams looking to add a couple to their tally before the game's over. Seconds now, that one complete to Harden. Being pressured by Hapgood. Barron on the far side. Here's Devin Russell. Shooting and scoring. The goal from Devin Russell.
Boy, she really just got through everybody there.
Her 5th of the afternoon. You take another look at it. 1, 2, 3 Darien defenders and shooting it past Dolce.
Slippery.
The sophomore for New Canaan, 5 goals for her.
She had a big day.
Yes, indeed. And with 19.5 seconds left, the comeback is near impossible for New Canaan, down by 4. But you never know.
I think we know that.
And then looking ahead, New Canaan on Thursday will host Eastport South Manor, a team from New York, at Dunning Stadium, 6 o'clock on Thursday. And then Darien, their next game will be next week against St. Joseph at back home. So a big game for them. They're supposed to play Garden City. That game, I believe, is postponed. And New Canaan pass there up in the air. And the clock will hit 0, and Darien will take down New Canaan by the final score of 15-11. Devin Russell had 5 goals against Darien in the regular season. A big score. Here's Patton. She's going to wrap around, shoot, stopped by Dolce. Shea Dolce's 4th save in this one. And Kate DeMark now is going to run around the circle with it.
And that's a phenomenal save by Shea Dolce. Dylan Patton has had success with that shot all season long, ripping down the right alley. But just superior play by the goalie there.
Dolce had the 10 seconds in the goalie circle. Risky pass completed to her fellow captain, CC Stein. And now Stein's going to use the speed. Running around with it, tracing Stella Nolan and Dylan Patton with her. Dolce, Hail Mary completed over the middle, just dropped by Quinn. Good recovery, though, by Collette to stay with it. Quick whistle there. That pass completed to Ramsey. 5 minutes left in the opening half. And one that is not disappointed. Maggie Ramsey, the USC senior. And pass it over to CC Stein. Darien now behind net at X is CC Stein. The bunch up of players. Stein's going to wrap around, try to take it herself. The flag has been pulled on it. Stein still trying to go to the cage. The ball knocked out of her stick. And CC Stein will get the 8-meter free position.
Great job by Stein there, just taking it straight to Devin Russell, creating a great opportunity for her offense. And Darien has really been lethal so far in these 8-meter attempts, Braden.
They have indeed, and 2 of their 4 goals coming off the 8 meters, and CC Stein looking to make it a 3rd. Whistle blows it in. Stein goes to the net, shoots, and scores! CC Stein extends the Darien lead to 2, and the 3rd time Darien's converted on the free position at the 8-meter. Darien faithful now cheering for that one. You see the goal. CC Stein, the captain for Darien, just beating Mahoney on that far post.
And you've got to expect a response from New Canaan here. They've let up a 4-0 run to the Blue Wave, and that's not very characteristic of them. They've been a great defensive team all season long. They just need to step up, settle down, and get some productivity on their offensive end.
Once again, this game was 3-1 in favor of New Canaan about 5 minutes or so ago. Now it's 5-3 Darien as they've really shifted this one. New Canaan takes their 7th draw control. And that's the thing, Jackson. You look at the draw controls, and it's going for New Canaan. They just can't score past Shea Dolce.
That's right. They've had long, subtle possessions, created opportunities, created 8-meter attempts and shots, but Shea Dolce has just been a brick wall in net.
New Canaan on the restart. Here's number 5, Stella Nolan. Nolan going to try to get past her defender in Darby. Dumping this one off. And that one is in. The feed to Stella Nolan, who finishes. And New Canaan breaks the streak.
That was some gorgeous lacrosse right there, Braden. You can't draw it up any better than that. Lexi Tully with the pass that couldn't have gone anywhere else and been completed to Stella Nolan, who just caught that and sniped it right past Dolce. Great response, and that's exactly what the Rams needed.
Stella Nolan draws her defender away wide open in front of the cage. Catches the pass and throws it right in. And Stella Nolan on the stat sheet in this one, the junior for New Canaan, continues to make it a 1-goal game. in the draw circle. Darien looking to find some success here and get the offense going. That one up, and McGuckin knocking Russell to the ground, and the Blue Wave will come away with it. Stafford. Chloe Humphrey on the near side. Being guarded by Tully. Pass there, stopped by Mahoney. First time I have a save recorded for Mahoney in this game. Probably wrong on it, but Darien will stay with the possession. Clock stops at 3:02. Here's Ryan Hapgood on the 8-meter free position. Whistle's blown. Hapgood, that one past her stick. And they're going to do it once again, as Hapgood will take her position around the fan.
Not quite sure what happened there, but
handkerchief was pulled on it. Hapgood's going to try again. Shoot. This time stopped by Mahoney.
and it was only a matter of time before Mahoney made a save on one of those 8 meters. She's a great goalie, been struggling on those so far, but great job by her stepping up there against Hapgood, who's a great shooter.
And that was something we saw Hapgood score early in this game off the free position. And Buchanan now going to get the restart. Number 4, Kate Coyone, the junior, with the restart into a trio and triangle of Darien. Here's Stafford that comes away with it. Sadie Stafford rushing past Russell. Taking it all the way to the cage, stopped by Mahoney off her leg. And the rebound grabbed by Russell. A great job by Sadie Stafford, though, to take it just about to the cage and stopped by Mahoney, her last obstacle.
And it's a great save made by Mahoney there. I like to call that the kick save. Went right off her foot, and it's very fortunate the ball did go off the foot, because coming under 2 minutes left to go in this half, if Darien had extended that lead to 2 goals, there's no telling what would have happened in the future.
It is interesting. Buchanan's trying to keep this game close heading into the halftime huddle. Darien, on the other hand, looking to run away with it. Has 5-4 in favor of Darien. Still with under 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's Caitlin Tully. Back over to Caroline Underwood. Underwood right back to Caitlin Tully. Tully scored the first goal for New Canaan in this one. That one tied us up at 1. Here's number 3, Dylan Patton, the senior attack. Now over to the stick of Underwood. A minute left to play in regulation. Or not in regulation, the first half rather. Kaylee Harden. Being guarded by Benoit. They're keeping it moving. The swing over to Russell. Once again, Darien pushes away this New Canaan offense. 30 seconds now. Dylan Patton. Slowing it down, 20 seconds. Apologies, our scoreboard graphic off by 10 seconds or so. 20 seconds, now 13, 12. 10 now left to shoot for New Canaan. Here's Patton. Over to Tully. Tully shoots, stopped by Dolce. And that one out of play and will take us to the end of the first half. Darien with the 5-4 lead heading into the halftime huddle, and a big stop by Shea Dolce at the end there.